Good morning, everyone. It's Kate from Grow Your Own Joy. It is Sunday, April 30th, and I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I thought I would film a little bit of a day in the life today. It's a rainy day. It's actually going to be rainy for about the next week here. I'm looking out the window, and it's actually kind of foggy out too. But I figured I'm going to do a little bit of meal prep today and try to get a handle on a little bit of the mess here. So I figured I'd take you along with me for a little while. I don't plan on going outside a whole lot today. I do have to go outside to do my laundry, and I have to go outside to check the greenhouse, and I did want to start a few more plants in there, but that's out of the rain anyways. So I'll take you along with me and show you a little bit of what I'm doing today. So for breakfast this morning, I'm having these overnight oats that I prepped a few days ago. It's just oats, chia seed, yogurt, a little bit of macadamia nut milk because I didn't have any other types of milk available that was shelf stable, and some frozen berries. You let it shake it up and let it sit in the fridge for a little while. This has actually sat a few days, and then I topped it with a little bit of walnuts and maple syrup. Oh, and the yogurt I used was like a vanilla Greek yogurt, but you can use any yogurt. So it's nice and creamy, and that is what I'll be having for breakfast. This is my last one. I prepped 3, and that was really nice to have. I might prep some more this week because I was really enjoying this. And then the other thing I'll be having is just some water. So this kitchen is a little overwhelming right now. And I'll show you over by the dishes. This is awful. So, the plan is I'm just going to set a timer. I'm very low energy today. I actually need to take my vitamins. So I'm going to take my vitamins, set a 10-minute timer, and see what I can get done. And then I'll stop and take a break. A lot of times when you're feeling overwhelmed, just making a 10-minute dent can make a huge difference. So that's the plan. Here's what I got done in about, it was supposed to be 10 minutes, but I was so close to getting these dishes done. So it was more like 15 minutes. So dishes are done. Other dishes are put away. This stuff won't fit. So we're just waiting. And then this is all cooked on. If anyone knows how to get that off of my crock pot, I have tried everything. I've tried vinegar. I've tried scrubbing it. I don't want to scratch and damage this too much. But I just don't know. I used a degreaser. Nothing works. So crock pot needs to be wiped down and put away. That's cat grass for my cat, but it's dead. So that needs to go in the compost. And the stove is needing to be wiped down and dealt with, but one thing at a time. So I have preheated the oven, and I'm going to show you what I'll be doing. So usually I like to get something done. So it's, even though I'm taking a break, resting, editing a video, whatever I need to do, doing computer work, something is still going. So I have these turkey legs that have been in my deep freezer for way too long. I thawed them out yesterday. They were just sitting on this cookie sheet in my fridge. I spent $2.07 for 2 pounds of turkey legs. So I'm going to cook these up in my oven, and then I'm going to remove the meat, make stock with the bones and skin, and I will use the meat for a soup today because it's a rainy day and I think a soup would be nice. I'm also going to make it like an egg bake taco casserole thing that can be used for dinners, lunches, breakfast, really anything. But first, let's get these cooking up. Okay, so I am just going to line my baking sheet. Wait, first of all, I'm going to put this stuff in the sink. I'm going to line this with foil for easy cleanup. And I have this poultry seasoning. It says Best Buy 2018. It's 2023. This has been around a really long time. It's not bad. It won't make you sick, but it's not as flavorful. But something like this where we won't be eating like, we won't be eating the skin and everything. We're just using this for a little extra flavor. This is a fine application for this. So I'm just going to take this out, put it on the sheet, and then sprinkle it with the poultry seasoning. Ooh, they're still a little bit frozen. Then all I'm going to do, yeah, it still smells fine. Sprinkle poultry seasoning. Maybe I want the shaker top. And I know my hands are an absolute mess. I should wear gardening gloves, but I don't, so my hands are just scratched up. So I put a little too much, but I'll just use it to do the other side. And get these in the oven. My oven takes forever to preheat, so I'm just going to put them in. Even though it's preheating, they're still a little bit frozen. It'll all work out. I'll just cook them until my thermometer reads that they're done. So I have a very small amount of iced coffee left in here. I'm just going to make a very small amount of iced coffee in my cup. And then I'm going to make some more coffee in this French press. I already ground up some coffee grounds. This is another thing that I can kind of get done while I'm doing other things in the house or while I'm resting, catching up on something on my phone, whatever I need to do. Because this takes, we let it go for 3 minutes, we stir it, and then we let it go for another 7 minutes. So it's kind of passive. So I will get coffee made for the week. I will also take some of this coffee that I'm making and pop it into the freezer so that I can have more iced coffee today, because this is definitely not enough to get me through my day. But that is the plan. This is the coffee that I've been getting from Trader Joe's. They don't always have it, and I'm pretty sure it's like a limited edition thing, but it is so good. My dad even started buying this coffee. I had gotten him some for Christmas maybe, or maybe I told I was shopping with my mom and I told her that my dad would like it, and she got it for him for Christmas. But he loves it, and it's so good. And actually, my grandmother tried it yesterday while she was over there, too. We were over for a birthday party, and she said it was the best coffee as well. So, really good reviews. It is whole bean coffee, so you do have to grind it. But I believe Trader Joe's actually has a grinder. So, if you don't have a grinder at home, you can grind it there and then bring it home. Yes, I know that this is a disaster. It doesn't come off. I've tried. So yesterday was shopping day, and I do have some shopping things on this counter. I also have just stuff that needs to go to other people's houses, cleaning products that need to be put away, things that didn't fit in the sink because it was too full. So while I'm waiting for the water to boil for the coffee, I actually am feeling pretty good. My energy is getting a little bit better as I'm moving around, so I'm going to try to clean this off. I'm just going to show it sped up, because I know you don't want to be watching this for a long time, but here we go. This really old cookbook, and in this cookbook, I wrote needs biscuits. I probably won't be making biscuits today, but I'm making this creamy chicken stew, but I'm not really following the recipe exactly. Instead of chicken, I'm using the turkey drumsticks. And I'm just going to pull the cooked meat off and add them to this, so I don't have to do this whole browning process here. So I would start at step 2 and add the cooked turkey in at the end. It says potatoes. I have those, but I have yellow potatoes that need to be used up. Carrots I have. Instead of the frozen corn and carrots, actually, I think I'm going to use frozen mixed vegetables. I do have pepper. I got that with my first Flash Foods order. I have celery. I have onion. So really, I'm just substituting. For the chicken, I'm doing the cooked turkey. For the white potatoes, I'm doing yellow potatoes. And for these veggies, I'm doing frozen veggies. Everything else I have, my chicken broth is actually going to be chicken stock that I have frozen. And I don't know if I have 7 cups. That always seems like a lot to me. So I might decrease that amount so this is more of a stew and less of a soup. We'll see. I have 2, I believe these are quart containers of stock that I had frozen back in early March. And I believe each one of these has roughly 4 cups in it. So I guess I do have enough stock. So I'm just going to leave these on the counter to start thawing. While the turkey legs are cooking, the coffee is going. I'm already in the kitchen. So here's what I did. I measured out my frozen vegetables to make sure I had 4 cups that the recipe called for. Well, it called for carrots and corn, but they added up to 4 cups, and this is 4 cups of vegetables. So I'm going to call that good. I took out some potatoes for the casserole. This one sprouted, and I'm going to try to plant it in my garden. We'll see what happens. So I have some potatoes. This one I'm going to peel, and this one I'm going to peel. These ones I will use the skin. I cut up an onion, and I took out, I hope this is green pepper and not jalapeno. But if it is jalapeno, it'll just be a spicy bake. It'll be fine. I think it's green pepper. So I have this. This is why you should always label your bags. So I have this bag of peppers, some onion. I'm going to get that sauteing in a pan for my taco casserole. I saw a recipe for like a gluten-free John Wayne casserole or something, and I didn't have all the ingredients for it, and I had some other things I need to use up, so I am just adapting it. I'm kind of going with the general flavor, but doing it a little bit differently. So I will saute these onions and these peppers in a pan, get them good and soft. Then I'll put those aside and brown up my ground beef with taco seasoning. Chopping, I'm also going to chop up the onion that I need for the chicken stew, turkey stew thing I'm making, and I need to go into my sink and try to find my garlic press and wash that up because I want to put garlic in both recipes, because the garlic that I harvested last July is sprouting, and I need to start adding a lot more garlic to things to use it up. So saving the scraps for stock, and I don't think I'm going to make stock today, so the turkey bones and skin will also go into this bag. And I think I'm going to stop filming for a little while, and I'll just update you in a bit. It is about 9:45, and I'm just going to keep plugging away at getting things done, and then I'm going to sit and get some computer work done for a little bit. I also need to go in the basement and check on the laundry. Wish I would have showed you this freezer before I started the cleaning out process. This is just my coffee I have that I just made, getting cold for iced coffee. But I have gotten so much out of this freezer just with a couple meals for the week, just batch cooking. So there used to be stock in this area and veggies up here. And I took out some meat. I'm also going to take out these potatoes for the casserole I'm making, and I'm not sure if anything else is coming out of the freezer today, but this is looking pretty good. Sprayed my pan. I have some of these potatoes O'Brien. They are gluten-free. It says it somewhere on here. Some of these you have to be careful about because they do put flour or starch in them, but the original recipe did not call for potatoes, but I remembered I had these, and it does make a good base layer of a casserole. So I'm just going to let these thaw a little so I can spread them out on the bottom. And then I will put the sauteed peppers and onions in, and then I'll start browning up my taco meat, and then a layer of black beans, and then it'll be some sauteed greens mixed with egg, cheese, a little bit of milk on top, and it should be delicious. There's my hosta, loving the rain, and some bleeding hearts. These are like my favorite thing that comes up every spring. They're just so beautiful. And the blackberries are loving it. I'm just going for a little garden walk while there's a break in the rain. I don't remember what this is, but I know I planted it last year, and I didn't think it was a perennial. And it's back, so we'll see what this is. I can't wait. More hosta and irises. These irises are huge. They were so tiny. They were given to me by a neighbor, and they have just taken over. And some people don't like things that just take over, but we have so much space here that these are just going to be beautiful as they fill in. So I am frizzy because I went out in the rain. I went to water the greenhouse. I watered the seedlings, and also in my raised beds I have in there, I noticed that I do have some lettuce and Swiss chard coming up, so that was really exciting. But I'm going to show you what I have gotten done. I also changed out the laundry, and I have a pair of shoes that are washable, but they need soaking, so I got those soaking. So here is the turkey. I finished cooking it. I took it all off the bone. It is ready for the turkey stew. Here is my beef browning up. I put a little bit of, well, 2 cloves of the garlic that I had left from last year's garden in it. I'm going to let it cook a little bit more, remove some of the grease, and we need to put taco seasoning in it. Here I have 2 peeled cloves of garlic ready for the stew. This salsa verde, I remember now the recipe called for green chilies, but I don't have that. But this was best by October 2022. It is still sealed. It should be fine. So I'm going to add some of this salsa verde to my casserole as well. Here are the potatoes, peppers, and onions ready for the ground beef to go on top. My stock is thawing. Potatoes are waiting to be chopped. Here is my bag for broth. It has all of the turkey bones and onion scraps. I'm leaving this out because when I chop up the celery for the stew, I will put that in, and then this will go in the freezer for stock in the future. I usually put like celery ends, carrot ends, peels, all kinds of things, bones, skin, and it makes a nice stock. Still have the veggies waiting. That's my compost. Onions are ready. Here is the taco seasoning that I'm going to use. Yesterday I got an Ibotta deal, plus this was on sale at Target. So I think these are normally like $3 a package. It was on sale for $2.19, and I had 75 cents off and an additional 50 cents off. So it came down to $1 something, which was really good. And then I have those beans that I bought yesterday at Costco to put away. I am going to use one of the black beans for this recipe. I ate some of those chickpeas with a salad for lunch yesterday. I need to find room, probably under my hutch, to put those. So that's what's going on here. I need to plug my phone in to charge. I'm going to make myself some more iced coffee with that coffee that I have in the freezer, and probably start editing videos while things are kind of cooking and progressing. I may show you some more clips. We'll see how it goes. So I put the taco meat on the beef. I'm spreading it out the best I can. It's about 10:45. I still have not sat down to do computer work and edit videos. This is just how it goes sometimes. There is a break in the rain. I may go for a walk. My mom just texted me asking if I would like to go for a walk, and that sounds like a good idea to get some fresh air and a little break from this rain. So this will be fine sitting for a little bit. I am going to put the black beans and the salsa. Oh, I can't even get it open. And then when I come back, I will make up what do I need to do? Saute the kale, and I need to saute the kale. I need to decide how many eggs I'm going to put in this, and I need to shred up the cheese. I don't have any dairy milk right now, so I'm just going to use macadamia milk, and it will be fine. It's unsweetened. It doesn't taste like anything. I cannot get this jar open. At least I know it's sealed well. I really can't get it open. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so always something that says Best Buy. Give it a smell. It smells fine. I'm going to put this in here. And I didn't think I was going to use the whole jar, but I think I can take it. I think it'll be fine. So that is another thing out of the pantry. This recipe is really actually using up a ton of stuff out of my pantry and freezer. So that's fabulous. So this is ready for the eggs, cheese, and greens mixture to go on top, and then it will bake. I do have to put that turkey away because if I don't put it away while I go for a walk, the cat will probably sneak up on the stove and eat it. So I am going to plug in my phone to charge and go for a walk, and then I will check in with you. I have this kale, and that was from a while ago. It can't really be eaten fresh anymore. It's not great, but I'm going to wash it and pick out what's good and saute it. I have some of this parsley. Pick out what's good, use that in the casserole and the soup. And then this is my spinach from Flash Foods. So I'll saute the greens, shred up my cheese, let my phone charge, and update you in a little while. Alright, it's like 11:45. I shredded up some Monterey Jack cheese. I have my kale and spinach sauteed, and I mixed it with 6 eggs and some of this macadamia milk that's unsweetened. If I had regular milk, I would use that, but this will be just fine. And I'm just going to layer in the egg and the cheese into this casserole and pop it in the oven. I wish I did this at the same time I was doing the turkey legs, but timing didn't work out. My oven takes forever to heat up. It's only at 200 degrees. When it gets to temperature, I'll pop it in until the top feels firm and the bottom looks brown and bubbly. And here I have onion, celery, and red pepper with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. This is in here softening. Once it's soft, I will add in my potatoes that I still need to chop up and my frozen mixed vegetables. Added in celery seed, thyme, basil from the garden. I'm going to add in a little smoked paprika. There's salt and pepper in here. I still need to put in the garlic cloves. I've decided that after I finish cooking the two things that I'm cooking right now, the soup or stew and the breakfast bake, I'm going to stop here. This video is getting pretty long, and so it's going to be more like a morning in my life, but because that'll give you a little glimpse into what I'm doing on this Sunday. So the bake is in the oven. The soup, I just added in the stock and it's cooking. And at the very end, I will add in the turkey and heat it through and make a little roux with some butter and some gluten-free flour. Add in some of the hot stock, whisk it up and thicken up my soup. I will show you what everything looks like when it's all done. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go make my bed. I have some laundry to fold and edit some videos and try to relax a little bit before the busy work week starts. But I will be sure to show you what everything looks like when it is all done. But yeah, I'm going to stop here. I I will also have to do many more dishes. If you can see in the background, those are actually the dishes that are drying, but through the cooking process, I've made more dishes. I cannot wait for my dishwasher, but yeah, that's the plan for today. Just keep getting stuff done around the house and try to get a little bit of relaxation in. I did end up making the rest of that iced coffee for myself, and I'm gonna have a little lunch in a little bit and relax. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye. It's about 12:45 and this bake is done. I'm actually going to have some of this for lunch, even though it hasn't cooled enough. I mean, it probably won't fall apart, but it's still pretty hot. And then soup is just cooking away, but the veggies are not tender yet. Here's the turkey stew, all done. I thicken the broth with some butter, a roux of butter and rice flour, and you just keep adding broth into a small stock pot until you get this creamy mixture, and then you mix it back in. This is delicious. Can't wait to have it for dinner. It is about 1:30, so I'll just kind of have this. The Dutch oven holds heat really well, so I'll just put the cover on the Dutch oven, and we'll probably have an early dinner tonight.